We're going to talk about some bad news that I have. It's very bad news. What I'm going to talk about is the truth. And there are good things that happen to people in life, and there are bad things that happen to people in life. And there are 1% of the population of this world that understands something that the rest of the 99% don't. And that is, you can't change the things that happen around you, outside things, but you could be prepared for when they come at you. 90% of a crisis that you're going through comes down to how you deal with the crisis. 10% of the bad effects of that crisis are things that are out of your control, but 90% of it are in your control. The truth is, if you're not prepared for something and it hits you and surprises you, you're going to be affected. Your life's going to be affected forever, either positively or negatively. And I've said before, around October, I started to get this sense in the spirit that 2025 was going to be this year of victory, even though bad things are coming. Buildings are going to burn down, riots are going to happen. You're going to see all kinds of bad things. You're going to see attacks on our financial system. You're going to see attacks in our, all kinds of things. At the same time, you're going to see amazing things happen in the economy. But the truth is, the stories that I'm going to share with you, credit card debt is all-time highs and delinquencies are skyrocketing. Auto loan debt is at all-time highs. The delinquencies are skyrocketing. Home prices are crashing. I know you don't understand it because you're not buying homes like I do. I get it. You aren't, you don't see or care what's going on in the crypto market because you're not making 2,200% in the last 1 month like I did. That's a real number. I really did do that. I tried over the last 3 days because there was a mania in a certain segment of the cryptocurrency market. And we're gonna be talking about economics. So don't click off if you wanna hear, because there are a lot of people, I don't wanna hear about Bitcoin. I get it. You don't wanna make stupid money. Copy. Just, you probably shouldn't be here because, to be honest with you, the only people I wanna hang out with and help are people that want to change their lives. And I don't think people realize that because people are like, money's not everything. Yeah, I get that. But what is everything? Spend time with your family. Well, it takes money to do that. You know, it's funny. People say, oh, it's spending time with your family. Okay, quit your job. Spend more time with your family. You're working 40 hours a week. So quit your job. Well, I can't do that. Oh, it's because you need money. Well, what else is going on? Good relationships. Well, what makes good relationships? Give and take? Because the truth is, most people are in a relationship with you either because you're a blood relative and they're forced to, or they want something out of you. Type 1 if you agree with that, if you understand what I'm talking about. So let's go through some of this big. All right, here's a headline out of Forbes, right? What do these guys know? Sudden Fed financial crisis fear sparks huge Bitcoin and crypto price crash prediction. So just so you know, it's not just Bitcoin and crypto price crash prediction. There's lots of predictions that the stock market's going to crash too. But it's because of this sudden Fed financial crisis fear. Well, why is the Fed in a crisis? Well, let me explain. You see, you've got a president right now telling and really wanting to strong arm the Fed into dropping rates. I've told you this before, and most people don't understand macroeconomics or anything about economics because, man, I was in an economics class, I'm not kidding, in high school, and you know what part of it was like home economics. And we're making pillows shaped like a dog or a cat. You get to pick like what pattern am I going to pick out? Well, I want the dog. Well, and Jennifer wants the cat. And Susie over there got some weird unicorn pillow, and we're all making pillows. Nobody learned anything about economics. Okay, let me explain something. When inflation rises, it's simply because there's too many dollars chasing too few goods. You're seeing it right now with eggs. I haven't been and bought eggs in like a week and a half. I'm going to go down there today. I'm going to go buy a ribeye steak and a carton of eggs. And you know what it's going to cost me? It's probably going to cost me, I'm not kidding, $12 a pound for a ribeye and $12 for an 18 pack of eggs. That's because there's less of it on the market. All right? There's a crisis going on, which honestly is man-made crisis. It's a man-made crisis. And I gotta be careful and pick my words carefully, but you have to understand there are people in this world that want you eating less products that have, 4 legs and roam around and eat grass because that makes you healthy, and they want you to eat fake crap that makes you sick because then their hospital stocks and healthcare stocks go up, okay? This is real economics. Guys, Type yes if you agree with what I'm saying. Let's piss off the algorithm and piss off some globalists. Now, the reason why eggs are going up is because it's an incredible protein, and they don't want that either. They don't want you having that. So what they do is they put all these restrictions on and make all these documentaries that liberals that are overly emotional watch and go, oh my gosh, that's horrible. And now you have less eggs out there, less chickens out there. So the cost of poultry and eggs are skyrocketing. All right. Now, I want to explain this very, very big, okay? So this sudden Fed financial crisis, when there's too many dollars, because everyone is right now, like I said when I started this video, auto loans are at nosebleed levels, okay? We have never seen the average person carrying such a high balance on auto debt. We've never seen the average person in America carry this much credit card debt, ever. Both of those delinquency rates are skyrocketing. We have never seen the average person have such a high mortgage in our country's history. Well, housing market is tanking. I am watching places go for 30% to 35% less than what they were asking for a year and a half ago. I just bought another house, a new house, and I got it for about 15% less, because they can't sell. And you've got this moment in the real estate market where sellers are getting super angry, buyers are dropping their bids, and they're offering lower prices. You can see the proof of this on publicly traded stocks like Toll Brothers and Lennar. Their earnings calls are abysmal. Home Depot and Lowe's earnings calls are not looking good. They are identical replicas, their speeches when they come out, of 2006 earnings calls, right before the shoe dropped. Well, the shoe's already dropped. I sold my homes in 2005, and I had a really hard time liquidating 14 properties. And I know that's not a lot of properties. There's a lot of YouTubers out there. I got 1,000 properties. Copy, you're all about to get wrecked. But and hey guys, can I remind you, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't need the super chats. I really appreciate it. But I do very well for myself. I have my whole life. And then here's the thing. When we're talking about good things and bad things in the economy, 18 years ago, I made a decision as a firefighter. I was a professional firefighter for 23 years, and I quit 2 years before my retirement. I have no retirement. I get no retirement. I get like 4 or 5%, I think, of my base pay. I'm eligible when I'm 65. I get nothing. I walked away from lifetime medical benefits, everything. Because 18 years ago, I made a decision to live like I was never going to get a retirement. And I started investing and buying things. And there are a lot of things. There are only a handful of people in my life that know the truth about me. And I did this channel a specific way because, to be honest with you, if you knew things about me, you wouldn't be able to relate, but I don't want to be unrelatable. You know, my wife, I woke up this morning in bed, and my wife, first thing she goes, I never want to ever forget how strapped we were because we were trying to save to pay off our house, or we wanted to be out of debt and not carry any debt. And all of our friends would go on trips and invite us places, or go to Disneyland and invite us places. I'm like, we don't have the money for that, even though we were millionaires then. My wife hates her because my wife always used to think a millionaire has $1 million in cash, and I think that's the dumbest thing you could ever say. But you know, But yeah, we had like $1 million in crypto, or we had $1 million in profit on our real estate portfolio, right? Was it liquid? Some would be very liquid, you know, within 8 to 12 hours. Some wouldn't be, right? Because you'd have to sell a house. But my point being is that we worked really hard to get where we were. And when I started the YouTube channel, it was because of COVID. And I said, enough's enough. And knowing about that coming out beforehand, trying to warn churches and my fire departments all around here, but nobody wanted to listen to me. You know, and nobody wanted to listen to me back then about money, right? Well, you know, I made investments a long, long time ago. Like I talk about XRP, right? And I've told you stories like I sold my house and bought Bitcoin. Well, that's a generic term. I sold my house and I bought XRP. And I bought it cheap. And I used to tell my wife, I said, there's a day where you're going to be blown away, but things will happen. And it's all happening right now. It's all converging. Silver, gold. I'd been buying silver. I would sell trailers on my days off from the fire station and palm trees, and I would put all my money into silver. And then I would convert some of that silver into another asset class, and it would go up, and then another one. And that's all I've wanted to teach you guys for 3.5 years. And now we're at this moment. And I'm trying to wake people up, and people are getting angry Thank you. Miss Priss is totally out of debt. Thank you so much. And I got to meet one of my first subscribers. His name's Sandy. And last night, and he just bought a tax lien, and I think he made 18% on his money, if I'm right on the state, in I think a week's time. He made 18% on his money. And I didn't know he'd been buying my courses. And he's turned his the guy is 180 degrees difference from when he started the channel, not. And that's not because of me, that's because of him. Let's talk about some more bad news. And I'll tell you what, there are some people on this channel, and there's like 2% of you. I want you to just leave the channel. If you're the kind of person that just loves doom and gloom, and because my grandfather wrote me a letter in 2006, he said, Travis, I can't even really talk about it without getting emotional. I saw it last night or 2 nights ago for the first time in probably 10 years. He wrote it in 2006 when nobody wanted to talk to me. My wife was angry with me. Everyone hated me. I was this doom and gloomer because I was saying, hey, the real estate market's crashing. I sold all my houses. Nobody knew how many houses I had. I just said they knew I had a couple rentals. That's all they knew. And he wrote me a letter. He said, Travis, you're part of the 5%. And he defined the 5% as people that know something is going on and they're doing something about it. He said, then there's 25% of the population that just knows something's going on. And either it's fear that cripples them or the unknown that they don't try to do something about it, or feeling embarrassed if they're wrong. And he said, then 75% have zero clue in this world. He said, you're the 5%. He said, stop listening to your friends. Stop listening to your wife. You're right. He said something funny one day. He said, there's going to be a day where you're going to be like Bill Gates or Robert Kiyosaki. And he used those 2 people because he knew that I was reading Robert Kiyosaki books back then. And I just met Kiyosaki and had some interesting meetings back in 2005. And I had to make a decision because my wife said, yeah, if you have that dinner with Trump, I'm leaving you. It was back in 2005. I was not a social media presence. I was a firefighter. I was an investor. And I gave all of that up to keep my family together. And we were crushing it. And I had to take a step back. And that's the only reason I started the palm tree business, because I needed to do something. And in this channel, there's like 2% of people that just want to listen to doom and gloom, and they've got some gold and silver and they think that's going to make them millionaires. And that's all they want. And they don't want to try anything else. If that's you, you just need to stop watching my channel. If you're one of those people that say, hey, you're using clickbait because I said this is bad news, because I'm giving you bad news. I'm going to give you a crap ton of bad news, okay? And that's clickbait. Well, guess what? You're dumb enough to click on it. Hey, guys, can you do me a favor and tap dumb if you agree with that? If someone's so angry, they're like, you're a clickbaiter. I'm like, well, you clicked on the video. You're an idiot then. And I'm actually giving bad news. You can't even justify to yourself or anyone else. I've seen people make complete videos about me, and they completely, within the first 60 seconds, prove themselves wrong. And I'm just reading the comments. I would never give them never comment on these videos. And I'm watching, people are going, are you even listening to yourself? Like, that's cuckoo. People are cuckoo, right? Well, here, let's give you some more bad news. People want bad news, right? Here we go. And a good, cool thing, I'm just going to make more money from all this bad news. If you plan on doing the same as me, and you're like, oh, I'm going to learn the truth and the facts, and sometimes the facts suck. Oh, there's bad things, right? Well, I'm just going to go make money from it, rather than sit back and go, oh my gosh, the world's collapsing. It says here, this is out of Wolf Street. Inventory of new completed single-family houses for sale spikes to the highest level since 2007. And just, 2007 was gnarly, right? Builders prop up sales with lower prices, bigger incentives, and smaller houses. Okay, that's just the headline alone. I can explain what this means. No one can sell homes. They're piling up. People and companies, individuals, investors speculated too much during COVID, and now they're screwed. That's what's going on. This is what I explained 2.5 years ago when I sold a course on real estate cycles. And I said, if you take this course, you're going to save so much money because you're going to see through the news headlines exactly what's coming in the future. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Antonia, some people are calling out the clickbait. These are morons. Anyone that says clickbait, they're morons because they clicked, first off. Hey, the person that's saying this is a clickbait title is in here with us. So we are amongst a moron. Everyone say hello to the moron. But my point being is that, you'd be able to identify this and you're going to save a ton of money. And a lot of my students, and there's some people out there that go, I can't believe you're always talking about your course. Yeah, I've got a financial education company. What the hell do you want me to talk about? I'm just going to keep crushing it. My students are crushing it. And I'm going to read a letter, and I'm not joking. All I've read is the title and the first sentence, and I said I'm going to save this for live from somebody that is apologizing because they figured out what I'm doing here. Because the reason why it's called the Economic Ninja is because I look like a total schlub. I do my videos in my truck. I don't wear fancy clothes. I never have. I had a guy at the fire station once mock me for wearing big 5 tennis shoes. I still do to this day. Actually, the most expensive tennis shoes I've ever worn were $100, and that was a really expensive price, but it's because everything's hyperinflating around us. That's really what's going on. But I love big 5 tennis shoe sales, Asics, things like that. I got a dad bod, and I wear dad clothes, I guess. That's, and I'm a dad. Oh, gosh, okay. And he was mocking me for this, and I said, do you realize, his name was Brandon. I said, do you realize I've got a family to take care of? Said, yeah. He goes, this is all he's got. It's mock me on my shoes. I said, you're not married and you have no kids. Yeah. You bought a house from your father. You have a college degree. Oh, yeah. He takes pride in that. I said, we get paid the same amount of money. Except actually I get paid more than you because I've been doing it longer. While you were in college, I started earlier, so I actually get paid more than you. I said, I'm a millionaire. And he's just sitting there just staring at me. And I said, none of that matters. All that matters is, and I drive a car that's worth 1/10 of yours, a crappy car. I said, so you're judging me based off of my shoes. I'm like, man, you're an idiot. You're like dumb. And I'm saying this right to his face. He can't even comprehend what I'm saying. I'm like, you're an idiot. And that's what idiots do. They read a title and they judge something. They judge a book by its cover. They look at someone's appearance, they judge them. And I love that. That's the moment I want to be. Hey, C-Dog. C-Dog, everyone say hi to C-Dog. He's been a subscriber since, I want to say, like 50. Like the 50th subscriber. I wish I got an award, but I don't know how to find you, C-Dog. But I want to be where people are bugged by me. I want to irritate people so much that they either get pissed off so much that they go, all right, what's he talking about? And then they learn and they get blessed and all of a sudden we're best friends. Or they just go off into their corner out of greed, spite, anger, and they just something about that guy. You want to know why? Because I'm telling you the truth. I'm exposing truth, and truth is a frequency. Check this out. I'm going to share something I haven't shared for a long time. Have you ever heard something and all of a sudden you get the chills? Just type chills if that's happened. You hear something and it just affects your body and you get this chill. I want to explain something. This is a spiritual thing that that happens to you. When you hear something and you get the chills, it's because our body is sinful. All right? I'm not here to preach to you. I'm a horrible Christian, but I believe in Jesus Christ and he is the one that saved my life. Okay, so let's just say that. But I screw up all the time. But we have a sinful nature and a sinful flesh, and we're constantly fighting it, right? Making good decisions over bad. What happens is when the truth hits your spirit, it hits your body. It's the reverberation, the frequency pushing past through your body. And if you don't believe in frequency and you think that's new age, man, I hope you throw your cell phone away. And I hope you throw the remote control away on your TV. And please throw away the key fob. Turn off the internet. Yeah, turn that off because all of that's run by frequencies. So if you don't like frequencies and you think that's new age, then definitely throw all those things away. But when someone speaks the truth, it penetrates your body and it runs right through you and it moves your body, right? Free falling, I completely agree with you. When you want the truth, you're gonna find it. Now, a bunch of my subscribers made between 1,500% and 2,200% on their money in the last week. And I did a social experiment where I exposed something about what I've done for a long time. And I am a trader. I'm a stock trader and a cryptocurrency trader. I move in and out from swing trading to day trading. And then sometimes I just do long-term holds. And I've got a lot of long-term holds and stuff. Imagine if I would have bought, I just want you guys to do the math real quick. Grab out your calculator apps. And let's pretend that I bought $1,000 worth of XRP at 2 cents. How much is that? How many XRP is that? Can you guys do me a favor and type that out? Because I'm like pushing a bunch of bad news in, and I'm gonna tell you some truth. All right. Because I don't remember what is that math, guys. Boy, you guys are slow. Come on, let's speed it up. What is $1,000 in divided by 2 pennies? 50,000. Okay, cool. Can you guys do me a favor and multiply 50,000 times $3.12? What's 50,000 by 3? It's like what, $157,000? Something like that. So it's like $150,000, right? Okay. So when I tell you things, I want you to be very wealthy and I want you to do good things with your money. But you got to start small somewhere, right? And I showed a lot of people the other day, hey, check this out. If you buy this, it's going to go up. I feel pretty confident about it. And then we did it, right? And hey, can you do me a favor too? Again, guys, thanks for the super chats, so I can't read them. If people are like freaking out over my next crypto pick, if you want that, follow me on X. I just say, hey, wow, this is an interesting thing. And I just say that and I leave it for legalities on my X channel. Links down below to that. Newsletter, if you want to find out things that I can't share on this platform, it's free to go find out. But I showed a bunch of people at the top. I called the top. I said, here you go. I'm selling because bad news is coming. It's going to drop. And everyone just lost their minds. Then the next day afterwards, I brought on 2 of my partners in the crypto lessons that we teach, the courses. And we actually showed verifiable proof. Hey, look, this is what we did. We warned everybody on X. Hey, look, this is starting to do something weird. If it does this, this is going to happen. Then we came out, Joe came out and said, okay, this has happened. So now it's going to get worse. And then the last post of the night, okay, it's happened. We're buying back in. And then we made 50% on that next trade. People losing their minds, like utterly losing their minds in the comment section, like all caps, exclamation marks, screaming and yelling. And I'm like, are you mad because we were right? And people are like, and what's crazy is this, they're watching a video about something that happened the day before and they're laughing at me and they're like, you're an idiot. The price isn't down, it's up. And we're like, there are people that are so stupid in this world. I want you, and you should get really excited about this. There are people that are so dumb in this world. They will listen to something like it's happening right now. They won't wait to go, oh, they did this yesterday. Oh, and then it happened. I looked at the chart. Oh, it did happen. And this is your competition. Stupid people. How many of you buy an emoji, any emoji you want, keep it clean? We're blown away with how many stupid people on the world existed when the governments told you weren't allowed to go to work, you had to stay in your home and lock up and put a mask on. Just throw out emoji. If you were blown away like, oh my gosh, like how stupid is this? Oh yeah, you can't take this medicine, it's a horse dewormer. Well, it was actually authorized for humans before that, but nobody knows history, right? So look at all the people, you're like completely blown away, like, whoa, okay, so this is what's happening right now. Remember what I told you all? Okay, we're getting ready for real estate cycles, but part of that is I got to get you rich first. I got to get you a big down payment. You get a good credit score. And I've been slowly getting my entire channel ready for this massive move in real estate, which is actually going to make Bitcoin look small. I know it sounds funny because you can make money 6 different ways from Bitcoin. I mean, from real estate, you can only make money from Bitcoin 2 different ways. I'm sorry, 3 different ways. You can loan against it, sell it higher, or make a yield from crypto. So real estate, you've got more ways than that. You've got 5 different ways you can make money. And so I'm like, okay, we all need good credit scores. You all need a good clip of money to go in. You need to learn how to leverage properly. You need to get out of debt in your personal life. And then we're going to show you how to build LLCs and corporations to own your real estate. You're going to be making more money than you ever have. But the thing is like part of that was Bitcoin or crypto. Last January, I came out and said, guys, this is the time to move all in. You're going to see things in crypto like crazy. So we started the courses because I saw people becoming train wrecks really quick and doing stupid things like believing that the ninja's wanting to invest for you, which I never do. Everyone down in the comments are scammers pretending to be me. And it happens on every channel. There's like 5 different YouTube channels that are fake economic ninjas. There's like 10 on X. There's like 20 on Telegram. They're all fake, like full-blown channels. And they have more subscribers than I do because they are spending like their keyboard warriors wanting to rip people off. And so there are a lot of people that don't want to make that move. Look, I'll tell you what. I've done everything I can. You got to have a little skin in the game. I put out courses that are worth, no joke, in the industry, $4,000 or $5,000. I've had course writers that see my courses and go, dude, we're selling our courses for 10 grand. Why aren't you selling yours is better? I'm like, thank you. So I'm not going to rip people off. But people need to wake up and go, I need to put a little skin in the game. If you want that course on crypto trading, it's $149. The sale ends, I think, Wednesday night. We're about to launch 2 courses that are going to blow people's minds in crypto. It's going to change the game, and it's going to cause a lot of things in the shadows to come out because you're going to figure out how to go get it. And a lot of these banks have been building protocols, and they've been really quiet, under the shadows of DeFi. Not for long. You got 30 days left, guys, because an army's coming for it. And they're going to be blessed. But look, I'll tell you what. Can you do me a favor? If you've gotten anything out of this channel, all I want you to do is this. You don't got to go tell anyone about my channel. You don't got to give me I don't want that stuff. Just go and take the knowledge you've learned and go share it with a stranger, not someone in your family. You don't got to go, I learned this from the ninja. You've learned it. It's your knowledge now, right? You've gotten out of debt. You did it. You got rich in crypto. You did it. You bought a house and saved $25,000. You learned about it here, but you did it. It's your knowledge now, right? You put in the time, you put in the money. It's your knowledge. So say it out loud with me right now before I tell you what I want to tell you. Say, it's my knowledge. You spent the time with me in my truck or watching me rail on with a piece of cardboard or sit on a tricycle, and then you went and researched and you confirmed what I was talking about. It's not my knowledge that I gave to you. It's your knowledge. You own it. All the books you've read, all the money you've spent, all the time you've spent, it's yours. I want you to take your knowledge and go share it with a stranger, because a stranger is going to listen to you. Your family's not going to listen to you. Your friends aren't going to listen to you. I've lost friends that have no freaking clue what I've done in my life. All I've ever tried to do is help them. And then all they do is stab me in the back and take advantage of me. Jealousy. Jealousy is what tears more friendships and more relations up than anything. You know what that jealousy is usually over? Status and money. Guess what? I'm the freaking economic ninja. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to outwork, out-hustle, out-crush everybody on the internet. And you know what I expect from you as my subscribers? When you hit that subscribe button, you signed up for something you didn't know. And here's the nugget. I expect you to crush me and get bigger and louder and more successful. And then when I go back up to heaven and I go, all right, how did I do? That's what I want God to say. Well done, good and faithful servant. I'm not going to sit on the talents that God gave me when I was born to watch them waste away. My report card is you. Now go and make me happy. Go and make me proud. And go take your knowledge and go get big. The Economic Ninja is out.